Greetings, everyone. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my daily meditation that I do for myself. I record it and I release it because maybe somebody else out there will get something out of it. It just so happens that I love God and I love theology. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. But that doesn't mean you don't have to deal with your consequences, good or bad. None of us get away from that. None of us. Love yourself. If you love yourself, if no one else loves you, if you love yourself, you'll be okay. Unfortunately, sometimes people don't love us, But that's just a reality of life for some of us, We have some people that will love us, and then we'll have some people that don't love us, And it's never easy, and it hurts when we find that people we love don't love us back, But we have to keep going anyway. So it's a lot of discouragement and a lot of. I wanted to come to you all a little bit differently today. It's not easy out here, and I know that. Okay, I know that. I know it's difficult, but we can't, just because it's difficult, that doesn't mean when we wake up the next day that we don't have to deal with whatever it is we're going through and continue to move forward. I mean, we got good and bad in life, it is what it is, unfortunately. I mean, who wants to go through bad stuff, None of us do, but we have to still manage. We still have to get through whatever it is that we're going through. And just because you're going through something don't mean somebody else is, So we have to keep that in mind. But love yourself, because if no one else loves you, if you love yourself, you'll be okay. You will, And never give up on yourself. If you lost everything you have, if you have yourself, you have everything. You can always rebuild. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. No one is perfect. None of us. No one. So if you decide to change in your life, never allow other people to hinder you from your willingness to want to change and be better, Just don't do that. Just don't. And it's funny, it's an individual walk. What you experience is what you experience, what that person experiences is what they're experiencing. Even though you might be going through the same, you might as seemingly, cross paths, sometimes that's all it is, It's just a crossing of paths, but it's the reactions to the crossing of paths. And then and it just goes into always, it's just a continuous movement and motion of things, And we have to be willing to be flexible and just to get through it. Just instead of sometimes going against, just go step back from it and allow yourself to go through it without the tension of trying to figure it out, but just put it into God's hands, and He can help you with it. We're going to be coming out of the Bible for the devotion, for the meditation, my theology lesson today. We're going to be starting. We're in Mark still, but we're in chapter 13. We're in chapter. Yikes, Matthew chapter. Okay, sorry, I had the wrong placement. Chapter 13. We're going to begin at verse 1. It goes to verses 36, but I don't think I'm going to go that long, but I'm going to see, because these are emotional. It's hard for me to just zip through all of our religious texts. Sometimes it's real emotional for me, because these situations that these people documented, these are situations that people have gone through, and, we have similar situations even in our time. And so that's why I like these texts so much, because it gives us insight into how people dealt with situations and what they had to go through, You know, a lot of the difference today is the date and the time, you know. But nothing, the old people used to tell us years ago, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, and it hurts me, and it would hurt me in 2024 for all the disclosures, but that they knew, you know, that they knew before, but they did a lot of damage to people to try to suppress the truth. And that's what hurts me the most, because there wasn't any, they didn't have to do it like that. Why not just be open with it? We could have all been a lot further ahead. And I mean, I don't understand why they went to the lengths that they went to try to suppress what's true. Why would you do that? So I'm struggling with that going into 2025. You know, I am. But I want to evolve, okay? And I'm just documenting my journey of evolution in my life. I'm opening my life. The good and the bad. I've had a good and the bad, and I'm just starting to document different highlights, you know? Mark chapter 13, verse 1. And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples saith unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here? And Jesus answering said unto him, Seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? And Jesus, answering them, began to say, Take heed lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. I got to keep my time, watch my time. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows, but take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils. Right. Officials and politicians. They shall deliver us up to councils. And in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against thee. That don't, you know, we got to do some. This is the New Testament. This is the Christians, okay? Talking about the Old Testament folks, you know, the rulers from the Old Testament, okay? I'm just saying, let's just be adults about everything, okay? And the gospel must first be published among all nations. But when they shall lead you, deliver you up, take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak. Neither do ye premeditate, but whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye. For it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Ghost. That's why it doesn't pay to lie. Because if you're not a liar, if somebody asks you a question, you can just answer it with no hesitation, because it's the truth. But when you're not telling the truth, you got to think about it. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I said this and that and this and that. I'm going to read one more verse because my time is getting short. Now, the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and they shall cause them to be put to death. And we've seen things like this. You know, in my life, I've seen horrifying things like that, which is sad. But we're talking thousands of years ago. They're talking about, you know, stuff like this. It happened then, too, though. I mean, you know, I'm going to stop it right there.